I took the risk. I did not even inform my parents about it until after I've done it. Vicky Mama, Vicky Mama. Hiya, it's Vicky Mama. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, you're welcome. Thanks for joining in. Please do not forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to get update of any new videos. I'm going to be talking about how to study at a Korean university, like the admission and the application process. I've been getting a lot of questions about how I came to Korea to study. So if this is for you, stay tuned and watch to the end because there are a lot of vital information that you'd find very useful. So I have a list of what I'm going to be talking about today. So to study at a Korean university, I would give some bits about my experience. I'm a master's student at a Korean university studying software. So what I did was first I made inquiries to the prospective universities. So the universities I wanted to go for, I made inquiries. I did research online. I just googled top universities in Korea. They are public and private universities. So I visited their website. Most of the Korean university website is in Korean, but they sometimes have English section, or you could use the Google Auto Translate to understand the website. So I went to the admission email. I copied it and sent them an email. So I made inquiries about the courses. We have the MSc, the PhD, and we also have the combined. The combined is the masters and PhD together. The combined, you're not going to get your MSc certificate, so you just get PhD certificate at the end of it. So there are some courses that offers the three, and some do not offer the combined. So I asked them about the courses and the mode of study, if it's going to be taught in Korean or in English. As you all know, Korean is the official language in Korea, so sometimes they have courses that are taught in English, so I wanted to be sure. And I also inquire about scholarships and dormitory fees and so on. And they replied almost instantly and told me. So for the dorm, if you want to stay in the dormitory, it's like very convenient. If you're a new person in a foreign country, new student, you should stay in the dormitory before you get familiar with the environment. Then you can decide to move out and get an accommodation outside the campus. So I stayed at the dorm, and the dorm fee, it's around $600 to $1,000 and above, depends on the university. So yeah, after making the inquiries, if you're okay with what the feedback is. Grad school, every graduate student needs an academic advisor, which is like a personal professor that's just gonna guide you, and just because it's grad school is more tedious than undergrad. So, and that will boost your chances of getting into the university. So before even starting the application, you should email the professors. The professors contacts are on the website. So just go to the courses you want to study, the department, and send an email and say, oh, you're thinking of applying. You want to apply for the next batch, the next season admission, and you need an academic advisor and this and that. Put in your CV, your degree, and if you have, it's a good thing if you have the English score, because they take that very seriously. And the professor will reply if he has he will reply. If it's yes, then you can go ahead and make the application. There are two streams. We have the spring admission and the winter admission. Currently, the spring admission have closed because this is December. So the upcoming one is the winter admission, which I think begins around April, May. I think the application form will be out. Yeah. So the next step I took was to download the application form from the website. I downloaded the English version. There are always the English, Korean, and Chinese versions. So I downloaded the English version and filled it. Get your documents ready. Documents like your transcript, your certificate. If you're a fresh graduate and your certificate is not out, you could submit your transcript and inform the admission team that your certificate is still pending. So they need your transcript, your certificate, degree certificate, recommendation letter. My university only required one, some might require two, it depends. So recommendation letter from your previous professor, from your previous university, your birth certificate for them to check your nationality, your passport, and financial support documents. They usually require the notarized copies of this document or the original. I took the risk and sent the original, which is very risky, so I advise you not to try it, because what if something happened? And yeah, things can happen and your document might get burned or get lost. Yeah, so I took the risk. I did not even inform my parents about it until after I've done it, and I was like terrified. Oh my gosh. Then I started praying that, please God, let nothing happen to my original document. Like, this is like my life, basically. To get the notarized document, you have to take your transcript and your degree to the country of where you study. So for example, if you did not study in your home country, so you have to post your originals to the country you study at, and they would get it apostilled. Apostille depends on the country. There are some countries that are under the apostille. So yeah, they get it notarized, then you can now send it maybe via DHL or whatever courier services or post office services you use to the school. Then they receive it and check if it's original, if it's authentic. They will notify you that they've received it, so your mind is at ease that okay, it got to them safely. They receive it, and then the screening begins. Then they screen and see if you're qualified for those courses or for those for grad school and so on. So they check your grades, your maybe work experience, and a lot of things gets involved. Then if you make it through, then the next step is interview. And I'll tell you another advantage of having an academic advisor. It comes in handy for financial support document. Actually, you should get your financial support documents ready even before the application, because there's limited time. But I don't think I know anyone that has their own financial support document, because they already have an academic advisor, which stands in as the student sponsor. So if like I said, I have not seen any students that do not have an academic supervisor, but if they do not, you have to have a bank certification must contain $18,000. That's a lot of money. So that's why the safe bet is getting an academic advisor and getting a job, a research assistant job, which is going to be paying you every month. So if that is agreed between you and your academic advisor, the professor is going to submit their own financial statement on your behalf, so you don't have to bother about how to get the $18,000. They need this money so that they'll be sure that you don't come to their country, and be broke and seeking help here and there. So they want you to be like, okay, financially independent. Yeah, that's it. So the tuition fee, there are types of scholarship. There are full scholarship, there's half scholarship, so it depends on which one. So you make payment if you get the half scholarship, or if it's free, then that's good. Then they send you a CAS. A CAS is the certificate of admission back to your home address. That is what you use for your visa processing. Visa process is very easy. Like career embassy for Korean visa, there is no interview, so it's like straightforward. All you need to do is submit the documents required. Like I mentioned, your transcripts, your degree, recommendation letter, birth certificate, passport, then the CAS you just received from the university. What else did they ask for? Oh yeah, and now that there's COVID situation, I think they need to see you have a medical report. Yeah, they need that too. You submit it. It takes about 14 days to get a reply. If it's a yes, then yeah, he said. And before, yeah, also they need to see that you already booked a flight They just want, it's not as if you have to pay for the flight ticket because you don't know if you're gonna get the visa or not. So you just have to book the visa, book the flight, and print out the slip and attach it to the other documents. They just want to see that okay, you're prepared. And submit it and wait till 14 days thereabout. You check from the website, the Korean visa website. They have a website. I can't remember the name. You check every time and see if the visa is ready. So if it's ready, pay for your flight ticket and you're good to go, good to travel. I can't wait to have any of you here. If you're watching my videos and want to come to Korea, if this video really helped you or it's gonna help you, I can't wait to meet you guys. I'm sure some of you will be worried that okay, my courses are not taught in English. What do I do? Yeah, some of my courses are not taught in English either. So I double study. So I spend hours in class, most times understanding nothing, and have to go back home and do my own self-study. So if you think you can cope with that, you can easily cope, yeah. But if you think you cannot, it's either you already started learning Korean or go for the Korean language school before properly starting your grad school. By the way, if you have any question, drop it in the comment section below. I'll try my hardest to answer. If you also know anyone that is interested in studying abroad or studying in Korea especially, could you share this video to them because they'll find it very useful. Thank you. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you next Saturday. Bye.